Hola, what is up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're gonna check out a few things. Did we really level up? Are these things worth the hype? We got some leak detectors and a scale that Infocon sent over for us to check out. All right, so I'm very excited because I've had a few complicated leaks to look for. And from what I've heard, like I said, we'll see if it's worth the hype. The Infocon is, that next level because you can buy affordable. You can spend anywhere from $300 to $600 on a heated diode infrared leak detector. And then you can spend $1,000 on the Infocon one. Also, what I thought was cool is that they released this Wey-TEK PRO scale. So this is a 2-in-1. So somebody like myself that does commercial refrigeration and you have to deal with R290, R600, any of those propane smaller cylinders, smaller tanks, they're 10 ounces, somewhere in that range, and not the jugs all the time. You need a way to hook it up. It has to stand on there on its own and read basically grams. So this in itself is a huge case, but you can also get this kit, which is separate, the Wey-TEK PRO small charge adapter kit. So if you guys do those propane units, which are typically those small under counter coolers and freezers, you want to add this kit so you can make this work with your smaller equipment. So all you have to do here is pop this little cover off, and then you got that screw hole here, and you're able to add your kit with your R290, whatever it is. It's going to be wired, but it does come with a app from Infocon, so you can do it on your phone or tablet. I don't mind that it's wired. You just, I guess, have to be careful. And one thing I didn't notice from seeing it online and everything, that's metal. So very heavy duty, a little bit heavier, but super thin. Really big case, but I'm probably going to keep it in the case because it'll still help me in the van where I right now have a scale for my tanks, my normal 404, 410A, all those other jugs. And then I have another scale, so I have two boxes basically to do my R290 and 600. So if I can have a 2-in-1, I think that justifies carrying this around, and I can put this kit that it comes with in that spot. That's what that spot's for. So it comes in a baggie here, and I'll just show you real quick. You're gonna have your small hose and ball valve to charge to the system. And then you're gonna have the adapter that goes here into this slot that I showed. And then you're gonna have this adapter that goes on the canister itself. And then you're gonna have a coupler that will depress that fitting, and it'll depress the shraders that are in here. And then you just hook up your hose out here, and then you got a ball valve to weigh in your exact grams or ounces. I've seen 0.9 ounces on some. So with that being said, everything in here has a schrader and everything has a depressor. That way, whenever you disconnect at any point, you're not gonna lose refrigerant from the canister. You can take the canister with the fitting off and it should not leak anything out. And you can put it away and then just put it back on when you need it, which is very important because those canisters are not expensive whatsoever. It's like $20, $30, but it's for ounces. So I guess if you charge or think about it as at a cost per ounce, it probably is very expensive, but you don't typically need much. So you still get a lot of use out of that canister, but you don't want to waste any. Doesn't matter. You don't want to waste any. If you use an ounce here, you still got 9 ounces or whatever it is left in the canister. You still got 5 to 9 other jobs that you can do with it. So you want to keep it that way. So like I said, this fits perfectly here, and you're able to keep basically a 2-in-1 scale. It's a long box, but you got a 2-in-1 scale here that we'll just put away somewhere in the back. And the fan favorite from a lot of you guys, this is the D-TEK Stratus. And what I like, not only, like I said, is it highly recommended by a lot of viewers, but the multi-use out of it. You got the regular HFC sensor, you got the CO2 sensor, and then you have an R290 sensor. So I should be able to leak check any system I come across. I'm gonna have to get that R290 sensor so we can have it as a dual leak detector, and I can just check whatever I need to. So you do get an extra wand, which is nice. In here, you get a car charger, which makes a whole lot more sense if you really think about it, because we're always on the go, always in our van. So it actually has a car charger that is labeled Infocon. Comes with a micro USB charger. That would be my only gripe here. I'm paying $1,000, whatever the cost of this is at the moment, and I'm not getting USB-C. I've dogged on Hillmore and other brands for doing that. Fieldpiece has USB-C, just saying. I would like to see them to upgrade that port, but if it's a fan favorite, they're not going to change anything on it, right? So I get it. We also have headphones. So you do get extra filters. I wasn't sure what that was. And in this box, the wall brick with the different adapters. So all that's for charging. And then here's the unit itself. I will say it's much lighter than I thought it would be, but it feels rugged enough. You have your power button on this side. And then, like I said, headphone options. You have a way to mute it. And it's gonna warm up. All leak detectors take about a minute to warm up. So typically I'll be walking to the system across the roof or walking into the building, and I'll turn it on. It'll just kind of zero itself out during warming, and as you walk up to it, that way it's basically ready to go. And by the time you get to the unit and put your tools down, all that, you're ready to start your leak detection. You would replace the sensor down in this area, so you just pop that off, and there's like a little button here. So what I'll do is I'll get the R290 sensor. That would be the only one that I need. I don't deal with CO2, so I can just swap it out as needed. I'm not sure if it's difficult to do. I think you just pull on that tab and good to go. You do have a mute on this side. And the reason people like this, and I would like it, is it has cloud hunting and it has a parts per million. So you can kind of be more exact with a leak detector like this versus just a bar that goes high to low. I think there's really only 2 modes on this, but we'll figure it out. And I actually did try this out this morning. It didn't go off because I think we already fixed a lot of those micro leaks. It's an older system. This didn't go off at all, so I'm gonna just assume that we fixed every single leak that we needed to. And I'm excited to use it, but I'll definitely see if it's worth the extra money. Like I said, a lot of people like it because you can be in an area and it'll detect super, if you're far away from it, it'll start detecting it, and it'll be like 1 to 5 ppm. And then as you get closer and closer, that number is obviously going to go up. So you can really hone in on it with that parts per million display and readout. So that's what I'm looking forward to see if it really can do that on a lot of older equipment that I have, where I need to find super small micro leaks. But I'm not going to rely just on this. We are going to test it against the other ones that I have, but I don't want to rely just on this, because there are some that are just, I feel like, are impossible to find. That's why I got this other one. So I told them, if you're gonna send me the Stratus, can you please also send over the Whisper? This is the ultrasonic leak detector, and it comes with the accessories. So you're gonna have headphones, which you'll probably need, but it has a readout as well. Oh, this is bringing me back to the TEK that I used to have. I would only carry batteries for that older heated diode. I used to have Infocon, so I've had Infocon. It was really reliable. The only reason I stopped using it was because it was very loud. It beeped. The longer you didn't use it, like if it had been sitting there, the longer the warm-up was, and that warm-up was a constant tone. If you guys have watched Dumb and Dumber, that kind of...
Hey, want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? Guys! Fellas.
Was playing in my head every time I turned that leak detector on. It was just a constant loud beep until it actually warmed up, and then it would start, you know, only beeping when it detected something. But that initial warm-up was annoying, and I never had these batteries. I always had to go buy them just for that tool. So here we are again. We're gonna have to stock up on these D batteries. But that I think it was called a TEK. That one was super reliable. One of our guys has it. I think it's like a leak detector we give to the helpers or the new people, so it gets passed around. But that just goes to show you that it still works, it's still durable. You get your little Sony headphones, actually a good choice there. And you get a wand. I've never seen it used with the wand. I don't think you would need... Do you need the wand? Oh, and this, it's the same system to take off. You gotta poke it in there and your finger doesn't fit. So you push it in to take off the cover. Let's put our batteries in here. And you can't really leave these batteries in there because they'll pop. But this is like my backup leak detector now. Ultrasonic is going to be super helpful because, like I said, you're going to have a visual here. It's going to tell you if there's a leak. But if you want to actually hear it, which is going to be like white noise, and the louder the white noise is, you're getting closer to that leak. And the reason is because it's picking up the actual sound of a leak coming out, right? So it's basically catching that gust, that little air coming out of the system, which is refrigerant. It can hear that and pick that up, and it can tell you like, hey, it's leaking on this side. I hear like the noise is coming from over here, something that you can't hear with your ear, which is why I wanted this one so bad, because there's the Whisper, there's another brand, AccuTrack, I believe. People like that one. That one costs twice as much as this one, so that's why I wanted to check this one out. And if it works, if it's just as good, if it picks up leaks that I can't see or hear, that'll make it worth it on its own, because this is like a $500 price tag versus I think the AccuTrack is like $1,000 at least. So I'm not sure what the transmitter is exactly for. You need a 9-volt battery for that. It says turn the transmitter on, place the transmitter in a sealed test area, and then with the Whisper set to maximum, scan the exterior of the sealed system. So this would be a way to check like the envelope, I guess, of a sealed area. If you have I don't know if it's meant for a room or for like a small box, you put the transmitter inside and you wave the Whisper on the outside, and it can tell you where it's coming out of. Like if there's any leakage that way, right? If there's a door that's not sealed right, something like that, an entrance, you can do it that way. So that's actually very interesting. I didn't think about it for that. Like I said, I might have some leaks next week to check. We're gonna check those out with both leak detectors. I wanted to kind of level up and see if that is worth what that costs, right? That's a more expensive leak detector versus some of the common ones and other brands. And then I wanted a backup. So right now I have a infrared and a heated diode as a backup. So if one can't pick up something, I'll use the other one, or I'll kind of double check with both. Now this one just says innovative cloud hunting. So I'll try that one out. If I like it better, then obviously I'll keep it on the truck, and then we'll have our ultrasonic for those really hard to find ones. where I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing any oil, any discoloration. Bubbles are not, I don't know where to put my bubbles at, you know, all that kind of stuff. Maybe I can hear it. So that's kind of why I wanted now this as a backup. So I can have the Stratus to go in there first. And if I don't find it, then we pull this one out.